Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another week of yoga. Sending that right foot back. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Alexis Faye Yoga. I am so very glad that you decided to join me today. Let's find our mountain pose. Picking up the toes, we'll spread them out wide and set them back down. A single roll up and down the spine with the shoulders. Closing the eyes, we'll take a few deep breaths here. Stepping the feet a little further apart, we'll move into our happy elephants. Letting the back heel lift as we spin the upper body, letting the arms sway side to side. Letting the arms run out of momentum. Coming to rest by our sides, we'll walk the feet back in a little. With a nice big inhale, reaching tall to the ceiling. Exhale, hinging at the waist, forward fold. Inhale, half high. Exhale to fold. We'll drop the top of the head towards the floor, allowing the upper body to hang. We can keep the arms down towards the floor, letting them grow heavy. Or you can grab for opposite elbows and find a little sway to the body. Coming back through center with an inhale, finding our half high, starting to engage through the core. Exhale to fold. Inhale, we'll reach tall to the ceiling, interlocking all fingers but the pointer, sending those up to the ceiling. We'll pick up one foot, take it in front of the other, and then take the arms in that same direction. So we're finding a banana or a C shape with the body. Coming back through center and the other side, opposite foot picks up, comes across, fingertips follow it, finding that C. And back to center again, releasing the arms down. We'll let them sway forward and back a few times. Wiggling out through the fingertips. And then making our way to the top of the mat. With an inhale, reaching tall to the ceiling. Exhale, hinging at the waist, forward fold. Inhale, half high. Exhale, fold, planting the hands down, we'll step the feet back. Finding our plank pose here. Shifting forward slightly, elbows in, chaturanga to lower. Inhale to our cobra, pulling the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, softening the chest. Tucking the toes under, we'll send the hips up and back behind us, down dog. Pedaling out however you like here. We'll extend the left leg behind the body. Bending at the knee, we'll drive that knee all the way forward between the hands. and soften the hips down. Finding our pigeon pose here. Walking the hands into the body so we can really lift the chest up tall. Taking a few deep breaths. And now, if you would like, you can take both arms out in front of the body, stacking one on top of the other, and allowing the forehead to rest on the hands. Finding a sleeping pigeon here, or you can stay up, pressing down through the hips. Lifting the chest up again. We'll bring the hands on either side of our knee, tucking the right toes under, lifting the left knee to the chest, holding for a second or two before sending it back to our three-legged dog. Releasing the left leg and pedaling out some more. Now we'll extend the right leg behind the body, putting a bend to the knee, sending that knee forward between the hands, and pigeon pose on this side. Walking the hands into the body to help us lift the chest tall. And again, you have an option to find a sleeping pigeon from here. Walking the hands back into the body, lifting the chest. Framing out the right knee with the hands, we'll tuck the left toes under, bringing the right knee up to the chest for a breath or two, before sending it back for our three-legged dog. Releasing the right leg down and pedaling out some more. We'll drop the knees to the mat and find our tabletop pose. With an inhale, taking the eyes and the tailbone up, dropping the stomach. Exhale, curling into center, arching up through the spine, back and forth. And back to our tabletop. We'll take the knees to the outer edges of the mat, bringing the big toes in till they touch. Sending the hips back towards the heels. And we can find a wide-legged child's pose here. Or if you'd like, you can take the ankles parallel with each other, knees parallel with each other, And find a frog pose, pressing down through the hips this way, or in our wide-legged child's pose. Again, with an inhale, lifting the chest up, shifting forward so we have a tripod going between our knees and our left hand. With an inhale, taking the right arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, we'll thread that right arm through the left side of the body, bringing the shoulder and side of face down to the mat. We can add a little bit of a twist by pressing down through the left hand. Pressing down through the left hand again with our inhale, unthreading the right arm, sending it up, and releasing it down. Inhale, taking the left arm up, threading it through the right side, shoulder and side of face come down. And again, we have an option to press down through the right hand to help us rotate through the upper spine. Pressing down through the right hand, unthreading the left, sending it back up, and releasing it down. We'll bring knees in together so they're under the hips, and back to our tabletop. Wiggling out some more through the spine, shaking out the hips, or doing some more cat-cows or barrel rolls. We'll take the hands one step further out in front of the body, tucking the toes under, sending the hips up and back behind us, down dog. Extending the left leg behind the body, and we'll step it up to the hands. Full breath in here, even larger breath back out, pressing down through the feet. Inhale, warrior one. Extending out through the left leg, dropping the right heel down. Our right hand will come to the back of the leg or around behind the body. Our left arm will reach up and over the body towards the back of the mat. Cartwheeling the body. And we'll bring the right arm around as we fold forward. Putting the bend back into that left knee and to our warrior one again. Releasing the arms down to frame out the left foot, sending it behind us. Spreading the fingertips out wide, plank pose. We'll chaturanga to our up dog or cobra. Softening down and sending the hips up and back for our down dog. Extending the right leg behind the body. And a step up to the hands. Full breath in. Even larger breath back out. Inhale, warrior one. Extending out through the right leg, dropping the back heel. We'll take the left arm around to the back or down the leg. Inhale, reaching towards the back of the mat. Coming back up and folding forward towards that right leg. Putting the bend back into the right, warrior one. Circling the arms down to frame out the right foot, sending it back. Plank pose again, pressing through the fingertips. Shifting forward, chaturanga, to our up dog or cobra. And sending the hips up and back behind us, down dog. We'll put a bend into the knees, dropping the knees to the floor, finding our tabletop again. This time we're going to find some figure eights with the body, circling up and around the hands, coming through center, across and around the hips, making large looping figure eight shapes with the body. Switching directions, we'll loop around the other way. And coming back through center. Taking the hands one step further out in front of the body, pressing down, tucking the toes under, hips go up and back behind us, down dog. Left leg reaches behind the body. We'll put a bend to the knee and find some looping hip circles. Dropping the knee down and circling out towards our side. Good, bringing the knee back in line with the hip. And we'll send the knee in front of us, softening it down to the floor. Pigeon pose again. We're going to take our pigeon pose a little bit deeper. So if you feel like you're all the way up here in your pigeon pose, we're going to bring the back knee around. So we're kind of at 40-degree angles with the knees. And we can soften a little bit more. If you have your back leg nice and straight and you're sitting pretty close to the floor, we're going to bring both hands into the inside of our knee and reach back for our right leg. Either are great options, and they're doing about the same. It's just whether our foot is up and being pulled in towards the body, or if we're using it to help stabilize us. Releasing the right leg down and coming back to our neutral pigeon pose. We'll stay here for a few more breaths, pressing down through the hips. Walking the hands into the body to help us lift the chest again. And then we'll frame out the knee with the hands, tucking the right toes under, bringing the left knee to the chest, and back three-legged dog. Releasing the left leg down, wiggling out. Extending the right leg behind the body, bending at the knee, and we'll find those hip circles again on this side. Dropping the knee down, looping it out to the side. And bringing the knee back to a neutral, and we'll send it all the way towards the hands, dropping it down. Pigeon pose. Again, we have that option to drop the right hip down, bring the knee in, and soften towards the front leg. Or we have the option to bend the left leg, bringing it up towards the head, and give it a gentle pull in towards the body. Releasing the leg and finding our neutral pigeon pose again, holding for a few more breaths. Walking the hands back into the body to help us really lift the chest. And then framing out the knee with the hands. Tucking the back toes under, sending the knee up to the chest, and back three-legged dog. Releasing the foot down, and wiggling out some more through the body. Walking the hands just a little bit closer in towards the feet. Left hand will scooch towards center, right arm will come through the body and reach towards that left ankle. Releasing the ankle, bringing the hand back up. Resetting. Right hand scoots towards center, left hand comes up and through, back for the right ankle. And release. Sending the hand forward again. We'll shift forward into our plank pose. Chaturanga to our up dog or cobra. Sending the hips up and back behind us, down dog. Dropping the knees to the floor. And we'll find a child's pose. Reaching the fingertips away from the body, dropping the top of the head or the forehead to the floor. Walking the hands back into the body. We'll sit on the heels for a few seconds or two. You can always tuck the toes under to give yourself a little bit more space. Big breaths in through the nose. even bigger breaths back out. Circling the hips around one way so we can bring the legs out in front of us, sitting on our mats. We'll take the arms behind the body, walking the legs in towards the body. We can keep them at about hips distance apart, or we can take them to the outer edges of the mat and windshield wiper the legs back and forth. Whichever leg is on the inside, we're going to press down a little bit more with the knees. So we're really focusing on that internal rotation and back and forth. So nothing that's too uncomfortable. If you start feeling it in the knee, pull back a little bit. Windshield wiper and back and forth. Extending the legs out in front of the body, we'll soften all the way to the floor. Then walking the legs, walking the bottoms of the feet back into the body, lifting the hips, tucking them under, setting them back down. Nice and flat through the low back. We'll take both legs up to the ceiling, grabbing for the outsides of the feet, or using our pointer and middle finger to loop around our big toes. We'll take the knees out past our rib cage and gently pull into the body. Releasing the feet, we'll grab for the left knee, bringing the right leg all the way down to the floor. Giving that left leg a nice big squish in towards the body. We'll take it across the right side and find a gentle twist. Bringing the left back in, and we'll switch legs. Left goes long, right comes in. And then right goes across the left side of the body. Bring the right back in. We'll hug both knees into the chest. And then rock and roll our way back to seated. Thank you so very much for joining me today. It is always such a joy and an honor to get to spend this time with you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Go in love and light. Namaste.